who figures out compensation-wise how much is awarded? Does a judge figure that out, or are you going to figure that out? Who figures out the compensation for each person?
Okay, so there's two different ways to look at that. Okay, let's say we go to trial. What happens is there is a jury charge, and in the jury charge, the jury gets to decide whether you were harmed, whether that harm was done by negligence of one of the defendants, and then how much each one of the defendants owe you for whatever the harm was. So ultimately in a trial, and this will be a jury trial, you can have bench trials too, but not in a case like this, always a jury trial. You will have 12 in a box that will decide your damages for you. They will listen to all the evidence. I will tell my side of it with you and your experts, and the defendants will come in and say, hogwash, they're not heard, it's all BS. Why are they whining? And they will have their experts and say that you're a whiner, and then the jury gets to determine who's telling the truth. And once they decide that, they get to determine what the value of the case is. Here's another thing. People don't understand this. For any negligence case in Nevada, you get punitive damages. That's beside the actual harm that was caused to you, your medical bills past and future, your pain and suffering in the past and future, all of those types of damages. You get damages to punish MGM. And you know what? These defendants need to be punished. And the one way they can get punished, where they don't want to get punished, if 22,000 survivors bring claims, they're getting punished. The flip side of this is we don't go to trial and we settle the case. All right, 95% of all cases in America are settled. They're not tried. This case will likely be tried. I'm excited about doing it. I'm on the trial team. I'm going to be on the steering committee. I hope I'm on the executive committee. I'm going to be involved in this. Nobody's working harder than me on this case. So I'm looking forward to my opportunity in court to represent you folks. But if we settle the case, I will present, based on your individual claims, a damage model and give a number, a value to the case, to the defendant based on my experience and based on your injuries. The defendants will come back and they'll say, well, you know, it's not worth that much, it's worth pennies and blah, blah, blah. And then there's a negotiation process where we try to come to some reasonable agreement. If we're able to reach an agreement on your claim, then we settle the case for that value. Here's the great thing about settlement. Even though I want to try every case, obviously I don't have time in this lifetime to try all the cases I handle. But I would if I could. But here's the great thing about settlement, and most lawyers won't tell you this. You are in charge of when and how much you settle the case. A lawyer cannot decide for you your settlement value or when or how much you settle. If you've got a lawyer and you look in their contract and it says that they can settle your case without your permission, call them, email them, write them a letter, and fire them, and get a lawyer that won't do that. Because what they want to do is get 1,000 cases, get 5,000 a case, and then settle the case and take their 2,000 and force you to take the 3,000 minus the expenses. That's not the way to handle these cases. To me, in my mind, that's unethical. You deserve an individual claim. That's what we do at my law firm. That's what we try to do for our clients. That's my job, to individualize your claim and do it for you. But the settlement, you get to choose. The risk is going to trial and let the jury choose. And let the jury have that choice. There's risk in that. Juries go both ways. I don't care how good the lawyers are. They go both ways. Sometimes you think you did a great job and the jury comes back and pours you out. Sometimes you think, well, man, I did a shitty job, and guess what? They come back and they give you a bunch of money. You don't know. Sometimes it's a crapshoot with the jury. I respect the jury. I think it's the best system in the world. But by settling the case, you take it out of the hands of someone else and you choose the value with the advice of a lawyer, but the lawyer does not choose for you.